Good old Rivet Auto here. Oh man, the quartering did a just did a video reporting on on Google's back at it again. Back at it again. Well, first and foremost, I want to admit to something here. I used a Samsung Galaxy A12. That was good, and so I started to think about really doing the Google plunge. Take the plunge away from all this Google bullshit. So I did. November of 2023, I took the plunge. I got the Calyx OS on a Google Pixel 3. Loved it. Had no worries. I had no headache, no concerns. So I went to put a SIM card back into the phone itself, but the part snapped. I was like, no. I love that phone. The Calyx OS in a Google Pixel 3. There was so much on it that was good. So for a while I thought I gotta get away from this damn Samsung Galaxy A12 phone. I gotta get away from it. No matter what I do, no matter what, Google's gonna end up tricking my ass as well. So I went and got it's the Google Pixel 6a. But what it has is Graphene OS. Graphene OS. Okay. This is my phone. It has a few apps, only a few. And now Google is back at it again, but this is a different ball game. Because instead of cookies, instead of cookies, they're going after your biometrics. They're going after your biometrics and shit, and tracking you. They're tracking your device, and with the Graphene, apps are sandboxed. The apps are sandboxed. I mean, you can still get a app from the Play Store, but once you get it, it's sandboxed. That means that app ain't gonna go near your shit. It's sandboxed. Each app is sandboxed. It means it's and the person that created the Graphene OS really thought hard, like really major research, like really thought hard, man. You know, and so I got the phone, and just absolutely love it, man. Because I've had it for a few days. I got it last week. Just absolutely love it, man. It's a really do not use Chrome. Stay away from Chrome. Stay away from the Google search and shit, because I went back to an OS that's worthy, man. I mean, Graphene is like the as well as Calyx OS. It's like two of the top. It could be the top two of the 5 known OSs, from Lineage to Linux to because I've had I've used apps on my phones that pretty much protect my ass for protect my privacy for time being, but now I come across here about Google no longer going to use cookies. They're going to use your like your biometrics and shit. Your this is getting out of hand here, folks. I'm like, shit. Even Microsoft told people, Apple users, don't use Chrome, don't use Google, because there's always been a rivalry between Microsoft and Google over Google and Bing. I use a browser called Opera, DuckDuckGo, and Tor. Because with Opera because Opera has a browser, search engine, and a VPN all in one package, and it's just really that it's just really I highly recommend that you guys get the Graphene, Calyx, Lineage OSs, but more likely get Calyx or Graphene, but mainly Graphene, I think, because I like Calyx, I do. I've heard a lot about Graphene. It's it's a choice you make. It's a choice you make. It's your choice to make for freely, man. Because I tell you what, I've had this phone for a few days, and I've been using it since day one, and I am like really just stoked, just really stoked, man. Because Google's going to track you no matter what. So is Apple. So is all these tech companies are nothing more than contractors, military contractors and shit, because they only serve one purpose. And that one purpose is to basically collect any information they could get on you and sell it to the highest bidder. You know, and I think that it's really very concerning. It is. It's really you know, you have companies like, you know, Google has Gmail. Apple has they have that was it ice something. You know, but the thing is, I mean, you have to really protect yourself the best way possible. Best way possible. Because I mean, the best way possible, man, is just steer away from Google shit, because Chrome is not worth the use. Google, I mean, not even Google, man. I mean, but there's way of not letting them into your shit by basically blocking them. You use what you have on the phone itself, but I would still be cautious too, because they could pretty much enable, or they can remote enable your device. I highly recommend, you know, because they got mad at me for using an ad blocker allegedly, but I use a VPN. Whenever I go online on my computer, I use a VPN. I use a VPN. I use a VPN, and because I mean, on my phone, I use a private. It's a private DNS. I use a private DNS on all my phones. On all my phones, I use a private DNS server, and they hate that. But so what? I use a private DNS server. It's private. They don't like it, but like I give a shit, you know. Like I give a shit. You can use it on your Android device. You can use it on your Apple iPhone, your tablet, shit, you know. Your computer, laptop or desktop. Yeah. I think it's really, but I do believe in privacy, man. Finding ways to basically protect yourself any way possible. You know, where you're good on your browsing, good on your emails, your texts, and all that other shit, and They will do it. They will do anything, man. They will do anything to get your information. They'll do absolutely anything, man. You know, like completely anything. You know. I think Edward Snowden in 2013, he blew the whistle, and like with Chelsea Manning, like with Julian Assange, they exposed wrongdoing. Because the big wigs are pissed off because they got exposed. When they get big tech, like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and all the other shit. They're going to pretty much do what they can to really go out there beyond, within the beyond of scope of what they can to tap and track you. It's we call a technical term of bag 'em and tag 'em, and then release, kind of thing. But you have your device is basically in your pocket, meaning basically you're bagged and tagged without actually getting bagged. You're just tagged and released and shit, with it in your pocket. But I would not worry about. If you use your home Wi-Fi, still use a VP. Still use protection yourself, because any tech-savvy hacker can hack your Wi-Fi, tap into your shit too, your device or whatever, and pick up any kind of information that's tagged on the device, on the thing. Whether you're using any kind of service, any kind of service, any kind of internet service, I would strongly get Calyx or Graphene or Calyx OS, devices, because your better chances is to be able to take the Google plunge. This is my second time, and it's going to be my only second time, because this phone, okay. Now the Pixel 8 with the Graphene and Calyx, with Graphene, has an update up to 2030. 2030. That's in about 5 years. 5 years. I'm wondering what mine has, because it's a Pixel 6. With the Graphene OS. I'm just concerned because not everybody knows they're getting tracked, because they got their mind elsewhere. I wish that they knew they're getting tracked, but their mind is elsewhere. I would understand if it was for a reason, kind of thing, a reason. I would highly recommend get a Calyx OS, Graphene or Calyx OS on a Pixel phone. Because the Pixel phone is a very advanced version of Android that you could install any ROM, any kind of ROM. Calyx, Graphene, Lineage, Linux. See you. This is Lizzie. This is Lizzie. As you see, she has dirt on her shirt. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Go play. Go play. Go play. Yeah, I mean, it just that my concern is that nobody is knowing this. There's people that have their minds elsewhere, but the ones that do have their mind on this right now is you have the EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation. You know, you have this hackers conference. They have it twice a year. TED Talk. They have every year at different locations and whatnot. And so I mean, it just really concerns me, man. You know, it does. I would advise, get the Calyx or Graphene, because I tell you what, it's better than having Google shit, because the device you have will have. I mean, you can get it on eBay. I mean, best place to get it is on eBay, because it's really stronger. I was strongly advised, man, really, and recommend, because I use this for personal, because I believe in it personally. But Google has been doing this shit a long time before. And these tech companies are protected by Section 230. Or if you try to sue them, you can't sue them. You know, because most of the senators and Congress people and members of Congress are in the back pocket of big tech and big pharma and big oil and big gas and whatever you call it, you know, because they need that protection, you know, and it's just that you know, it's really concerning, because when you realize you have all this metadata, this information, you know, all this crap, because data now is worth more than money. Data is worth more than money. And you got, you know, FBI going after hacking groups because they want control of the 0 days, man. The 0 days and shit, you know. And they don't want any kind of competition. I don't think it'll be that simple. I mean, not simple as in, well, it's not that easy to go toe-to-toe with the FBI in a technical sense, because they have been known for years to Armstrong hackers, techies, you know, with years in prison for their crime they allegedly done to help them out with creating a system where they could monitor anybody's device, iPhone or Android. I likewise, the iPhone and Android, likewise, pretty much, CIA has their own shit, NSA has their own stuff too, but it's is there a way around it? Yeah. How? I couldn't say because I'm not that tech savvy, enough to say, well, let's do this way, let's do it this way. But the one thing that I do not recommend if you get a Calyx or Graphene OS phone, do not use your just use the passcode. Tell you why. If you get pulled over, if you get pulled over by a police officer or a sheriff deputy and shit like that, and you're on your phone, right? You're on your phone, and they want to search you, like rotor root, yeah. And go beyond of what the Fourth Amendment allows, and they cannot make you open up your phone by your thumb, because I don't do that. Only time I use it is on my iPhone. On my iPhone. Anything Android, nah. It has to be passcode. Passcode. I believe in passcode is worth better than having a biometric. Face, your eye, your thumb, your fingers, Just use a passcode, man. Best use a passcode that you know. Because your thumb. Your thumbprint can be easy, because the iPhone thumbprint can easily be hacked, and they could take your BIOS that way as well. That's one thing that Google's going after. Way of tracking is through your BIOS, because also what you do on your device, your search on Google, on Chrome. That's why not everybody uses Chrome. Not everybody uses Google, And that's a smart thing to do is not using the Chrome browser and not use the Google search engine, because anything you search, anything you browse on the web is collected. It's collected, On my phone, I use DuckDuckGo. I use Opera, Tor. You gotta be smart, man. You gotta be very smart, because when I used my phone before I got my Calyx, my first phone was a Calyx OS. My first Google plunge was with a Calyx OS, and just absolutely awesome phone. it was a Pixel 3. I think it was either a 3 or 3A, and the OS, Calyx, not too bad, pretty good. I liked it. Um, got used to it. Do I miss it? Oh fuck yeah, dude. Um, and my Google Pixel 6A. Yes, it's a Google. It's the G. Yeah, it stands for God damn it. It's the it's it has the graphene on it, and it's my second time the Google plunging, and I am very happy that I'm doing that because I've been happy, because I don't want to have the headache, of worrying about my metadata, my privacy, and shit like that. Because I know that I don't use Chrome, I don't use Google shit. May use the Gmail, but that's the last thing I use. YouTube, I don't use it on this phone. This phone is YouTube free, Google free. Apps I use Minds, I use Rumble, I use MeWe, Minds, Tumblr, X, Clapper, Rumble, Getter. That's the alternative platforms. Discord. Browser I use is Tor. I use Tor. They have really good here, man. I'll tell you what, it is a good. It's sandboxed. They call it sandboxing the apps, which is like really good. Sandboxing. That's a good term there. It's a good term. It is a good term. I mean, I would strongly do that. Graphene OS. Get the Graphene phones, guys. I mean, Graphene and or Calyx. Because I'll tell you what. To me, it's a good peace of mind. Huge peace of mind, I've been trying to find a phone that I can stick with for a long time. On the long run. Because I want something that can be able to I can stick with for a long time, a very long time. Because I'm a very perfect guy. I'm a very perfect guy. A really very perfect guy. Always have been, always will be. I'm a very quiet guy, very quiet, private guy. I make sure that it stays that way. Always been private, always been quiet. For as long as I can remember, I've always been a very private person, a very private person. And even my son says it, Dad, you're a very private person. I said, I know. Dad, you're a very private person. I said, yeah, I know that, and it's gonna stay that way. And I am like just very proud of my privacy, in my personal life and even on my devices, I'm a very private person, and always have been, always will. I believe in privacy is an important thing, and it's a God-given right to be private, And with my device, privacy is important, And again, instead of going after your cookies, Google's going after your bio. And I highly recommend, again, Graphene, because most of the apps are sandboxed. Sandboxed meaning not even near your data, not even near your info. You can still get an app from Google Play Store through Aurora, and once you download on a device, it's sandboxed. It means no way near each other. It cannot spy on you, cannot track you, because it's sandboxed. But I do highly recommend getting the Graphene OS device on eBay. Get it. You can set it up. You can set it up your own way. I still highly recommend, because your device, your apps are sandboxed where they cannot track you, they cannot locate you, because all apps are sandboxed. Sandboxed. And I'm out here in my backyard, and it's very beautiful out here. Very beautiful out here. Love it. When I was a kid, I never really. As a kid, I liked it out here. As a kid, but when I got older, I was like, I'm going inside, man. Fuck this shit. But lately, I've come out here for the last number of years, and I love it back here. Love it. Just I love seeing the trees. I love seeing the sky. I love seeing the blue sky. I love seeing the birds. Absolutely, nature is beautiful, man. Nature is very beautiful, and it has a lot of secrets that it'll be found out one day, but not today. But nature is beautiful, man. I tell you what, trees. Well, my dad had see this tree here. That was trimmed 2 days ago, and it's been about 3.5 years since I got since. Let me roll it back a little bit more. Okay, now the tree here had gotten trimmed in years, like almost 3 years, and it was growing like a wild rose, man. I tell you. And so we finally got it trimmed 2 days ago for the first time in like 3 years. And do I miss the shade? Yeah, I do, a little bit, because it kind of like it reminded me of that tree at that one place at Disneyland. Kind of reminds you of the story, the Jungle Book. Jungle Book, Mowgli. That's how it looked. It was like really just big old bush of a tree, man. Missed that. So I mean, it was like I've always been a quiet person, OS have been. Um, but once again, I do highly recommend uh, to get a Graphene OS device. And the only way you can get it is on a Google Pixel phone. Type up, if you're on eBay, type up Graphene OS, and it'll have a list of phones. The one I got, I paid $225, $230 for it. And why? It's worth it. It's worth it, man. If you want your privacy, get it. Get it. Is it too late? No. 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 It's worth it. It's really highly worth it, I tell you. Even though we're in a certain event, I would still recommend getting a Graphene OS device. And what it is, it's a Google Pixel device phone. Someone asked me here a while back, a week ago, because I was talking about it. And well, if I got one, what phone do I recommend? Do you recommend? So well, or now I'm thinking about getting a Pixel 6 with the Graphene OS, or 7 of what I can afford to get, at the time. I would strongly get either a 6, between a 6 and an 8. A 6 and an 8, because the apps are sandboxed. Before you get one, watch videos on YouTube check out. If you really want information, go on to YouTube and research the Graphene OS devices, and also compare it to like watch a video comparing Graphene and Calyx OS, and which one's better. I got both phones, and tell you what, Graphene is more like Fort Knox of tech of a phone, because Edward Snowden uses a Graphene OS phone, and he says it's the best because he uses Graphene, and because apps are sandboxed, that means no location tracking, nothing. You're good. You can still get a app from Google Play Store, but it's through the Aurora. Aurora is kind of like the middleman kind of thing. Where what? All right. I mean, it's best to, like, if you really want some privacy, highly recommend Graphene between a 6 and an 8. I do. I very much highly recommend, because I tell you what, if Google is going to track your ass through your device, I tell you what, it's best. I mean, yeah, get a Google Pixel, the phone, but the phone you'll have will have a Graphene OS installed, because it's the only way you could get it done is installed on a Pixel phone. But get one that's already installed. Between a 6 and an 8. Because the phone, the apps are sandboxed. If you get an app from me, I got some of my apps from the Google Play Store, but through Aurora, and it's kind of the middleman kind of thing, you know. But once you download it on your device, your phone, it is sandboxed. That means no tracking, nothing. It's sandboxed. The creator of Graphene made sure of that. And that dude thought about really fucking hard. Like, really fucking hard. You know. Research Graphene OS, and also research Calyx OS. Yeah. What? That's what I did. I tell you what, best research ever. Um, um, yeah, too hard to see. So, before I go, I just want to say this, and I'm going to be very blunt about it. I may get a comment saying, "Well, it's too late, man. It's too late. We're already there. We're already, you know." If you are a TI, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be straight up, in your face, fucking blunt, honest here. And I'm not going to hold nothing back. They're tracking you, yeah. Yeah, they're tracking you. Now, I've been thinking about this a really fucking long time. I feel for them, even though I'm not one. I'm a glitch in the matrix. I am the wrench in their cogwheel. That's what I am. Get one. Graphene OS. I highly recommend. Again, sandboxed. That means no tracking, no shit, no nothing. Sandboxed. All apps are sandboxed. That's why I took for a second time, the Google plunge. I highly recommend you guys do the same fucking thing. You do. But, it's too late. It's too late, man. Like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about get your shit back, man. At least you have some peace of mind. I could be wrong, but I mean, yeah, I could be wrong. I will admit that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will admit that. You know, but there's one way you guys can get some of your power back, and you guys need that peace of mind, man. That peace of mind. You know, I know someone but I will not say the name because I am very protective. I am very protective. You know, and I'm also a very private person. I will not say a goddamn thing. Because I've earned the trust that I take very personally and seriously. I will not say a fucking thing. So, get that power back. I know it may sound difficult and hard to do, but take the plunge. The Google plunge. I did twice. Second time, I'm done with the Google shit. Because they're tracking your guys, and they're going after your biometrics. Now this one I came with a question myself. If they can see through your eyes, how can I do it when they're seeing through my eyes and they can see my memories? That is a good question. That is a good question. Well, bruh, what's your answer? Blue blockers. Blue blockers. Yeah. Blue blockers. All right, folks. It's time to put the turkey in the oven, and not really. It's as we call metaphorically put the turkey in the oven, meaning it's in the broadcast. I am Reverend Ordo, and this has been the Anonymous Manawati Sec. If you guys are new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and also, importantly, always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless. Come on.